Alright. Should have an invite now. All right. Wow, these stupid cubes.
Actually, are you back live now?
I am now.
So I want to say that, like, our group, like what you're doing at least, and what I'm doing, we're doing something that everybody always claims is impossible, right? Where they're like, you know, like I can't play that game. I can only play one game. And we're able to do it because we've got these statics and stuff set up, but we're trying to provide content for a wider audience,
Yes.
right? So
yes.
we're trying to grow, and that's nobody's ever done what we're doing consistently before.
No, most people, I think, we've talked about this before, most people will, like, look at Asmongold as an example. Great entertainer, one game for many, 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 many years. Only Warcraft,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Right.
And then...
And now he plays multiple games, but even still, he's not playing he's not, like, rotating through
No.
MMOs. That I'm aware of, anyway.
So we're just doing it in a slightly different way, because most people would pick a game, you know. I always look at the big guys. Dr. Disrespect is all Call of Duty and shooters, you know. I think somewhere in here is something we're supposed to click on. Might be beneath our feet.
Oh, is it this great? Yep, Crypt of the Betrayal. Or
Yeah,
Crypt
there
of
it
Betrayal.
is. But yeah, we're doing old school MMORPGs, but we're also trying to incorporate new co-op games like Baldur's Gate 3, and you know, if we're going to be doing Pantheon, that's going to be a new game, and I think that's but not to toot our own horn, but also yes to toot our own horn. I think there's also it is a mentality thing as well, of just saying what do we need to do to make it work, because we want to become, you know, we want this to be the thing that pays the bills.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
what does that require?
What does it take? Yeah. What does it take? Yeah.
And if you only stick to one game, I feel like you're only ever going to be limited to that audience. But your wife had a very good commentary, which you shared with me the other day. It was like, when you have those off days where it's like somebody's watching your Lotro stream, or they're watching your Vanguard stream, or they're watching your whatever stream, and you don't get any super chats, and you feel a little bummed out. The good thing is that when you go away from that, they might not care about Warcraft, they might not care about Lotro, they might not care about EQ2 or EQ1, but then you go play TLP, and because you've been there providing them with a steady supply of content over the past 4 or 5 days, when the time comes that you play the game that they are interested in, that's when people will support you. Correct. So
yeah.
That's
because my last, for anybody that doesn't know, my last Cringe Pony was kind of a failure. So, and those take so much time that I was so bummed out. I was like, oh my gosh, I just spent hundreds of hours making that, and you know, I don't think it, you know, I think we made like $4, and I was like, you know, I can't keep doing this, you know, like it takes so much time. I could have just been playing games, you know, or making content that is a guaranteed hit, you know. But that's okay. We had an off week, and my wife was like, well, you know, they support you pretty heavy the rest of the week. You know, like...
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing.
Maybe some of that support was for Cringe Pony. They just, you know, gave it to you at a different time. I was like, okay, that's a good way of looking at it.
The other thing, too...
It hurts. It hurts when you're like, dang, I just wasted all that time. They didn't even like it, you know?
I also notice it a little bit more than you do, because I have a much smaller audience. So here's an example. You know, Nathan's got... I don't know how many people you got watching right now. 30 people, maybe? 25, 30?
Yeah, 33, yeah.
Yeah, and I only get maybe, like right now I have 4 concurrents, and I'll peak at around 12 to 15 during an EQ2 stream. It's about as high as I'll peak. That's a natural side effect of being smaller. You know what I mean? Like I have 3,600 followers versus Nathan's 11,000 followers. So the interesting thing with growth is that size does matter to some degree, but also just people are badass when it comes to being supportive. And as long as you're consistent with it, they will eventually, one way or the other, whether it's through views, follows, likes.
That's right. It's all support, because just even being here is pushing it to be in somebody, another, or maybe a few other people's face, because YouTube sees that it's something people are tuning into, right? So just by watching is actually the most important support.
Yeah, because that helps
in the end game.
YouTube know that, oh, this video is popular because there were people watching and there was chat happening in the commentary. Therefore, we're going to push it after it's been live. We're going to push it through and have other people see it, which then inspires more people to come back and watch the next time you're live. So it's all, at the end of the day, it all comes back around and works.
So yeah, I want to talk about that. That's a really good example. So my puppet, somebody asked, my puppet Choose Your Own Adventure, it did pretty good. It got 8,000 views, but I also pumped about $200 in advertising into it.
Yeah.
So no, after I made all those puppets, all the supplies, the outrageous, just egregious amount of time it took, no, it didn't pan out at all. But it's something really unique. It's always going to be on YouTube. You know, there's still stuff in that video that only like 12 people have seen, right? So, it's something really cool. It and what not to do and what would be better next time, etc. So it may not have worked out, as in it wasn't this big huge success, but it did work out in that I learned a lot from it, and it was still good, right? Like I still make pennies a month off of it, right? And I probably will for the rest of my life. So
and you know, I would also say that there's also a chance, not that you want to bank on this, but there is the chance that at some point down the road, as the channels grow and as everybody gets bigger, that becomes a thing that people circle back around to. Because there have been good examples of, like, you know, I'm going to throw out a random author out there. Brandon Sanderson's not a good example. Michael Crichton, I don't know. You know, they write 6, 7, 8 novels before they get famous. And then, you know, their first 4 or 5 novels only sold, you know, 500 copies apiece. Then they finally get the one that goes big, and now all of a sudden that first novel that only sold 500 copies goes out and sells 35,000 copies, because the interest from the people is there to go back and look and say, well, what did this person do before they did this? Oh, they did these 25 other things. I want to take a look at those. Cantan had a very good comment I want to read off to everybody, which is, I like the fact that you guys play different games. It's like I'm playing through you and seeing stuff I haven't seen in a long time or ever even seen on some games, which is exactly why I liked I liked Winter's commentary on, it doesn't matter if you might have a slow day here and there with certain games, because eventually you get something that someone really loves, and then other times it might be something it might be a game they've already played before, but they're seeing something that you do that they've never done, and then it makes it feel cool again, if that makes sense.
And I'd also like to say real quick, I know there's people, we're just talking. We're not trying to pressure anybody or
what are you talking about?
You know,
I might press, push.
No, I mean, there's people in situations where, like, you know, like, the best they can do is come watch your content, and that is freaking awesome. That's the most important thing, because if nobody's watching, you're advertising for me indirectly by watching my stuff, right? You're telling YouTube to show it to more people, right? So you are helping me advertise the channel just by watching. So we're just spitballing, because we're just trying to tap into you know, trying to tap into the content creation market, and we're just spitballing but we don't mean for anybody to take it the wrong way. And by the way, my channel's doing fine too. I'm not stressing out. I just mentioned that because, you know, you have bad days. Cringe Pony had a bad week last week, and that's okay.
It takes a long time to get to the point, or sheer luck by producing something that no one else is doing or being so outrageous that you know, the Dr. Disrespect, Asmongold, Shroud type guys who get hundreds of thousands, millions of views, you know, they were all small people at some point.
That's right. That's right. Yep.
And I mean, I think even a more relatable is like Wolfheart FPS or even Josh Drive Hayes. You know, those are smaller guys who are still making it now. If you go back 3-4 years and look at where they weren't necessarily, and they've all hit. There's certain things that you'll come upon that become the thing that is your boost to. Like for me, I had a long time where I was just building up my channel doing weird stuff, and then I hit Rings of Power. And Rings of Power was very good to me in February. Now, obviously, I'm still not doing 50,000 view videos, but that's because I backed off on that. Whereas guys like Necrotic leaned into it, and rather than backing away and doing other content, guys like Necrotic leaned in and said, well, we're going to do Rings of Power content every single day of the week. And as a result, you know, he was already a big channel, but now those videos get 350, 500,000 views every time they do one. Whereas I only do Rings of Power once a week, sometimes once every 2 weeks, because I do a lot of other things on my channel, and I don't want to be a one-trick pony.
I'll tell you what, though. I can't say anything with 100% certainty, but I don't know that I would have pursued content creation seriously or gotten as invested as I did if it wouldn't have been for Brad McQuaid retweeting a Pantheon video I did. That just cemented it for me. You know, it was like, I never even expected the guy to ever acknowledge me ever, right? And he retweeted that, and I ended up getting to talk to him. It's just like, dude, that made me be like, I'm in. You know, I'm 100% in now.
Nice.
Oh, look, we got some Pantheon community, Primordium.
Thanks so much,
Robo,
Susan Mesta, for the 20 NOK.
What level are they? Oh, they're just passing through.
Yeah, I think they were just passing through.
Cool, though. We're playing on the newest, I don't know if it's fair to call it new anymore, but the newest TLE server, TLP.
Varsoon.
Varsoon. Because it is quite a bit tougher on this server as compared to live.
A lot.
I don't know. I don't feel like it's actually like vanilla.
No.
But it's way closer than anything else you can do. Right. Yeah, they're around our level. I wonder what they're doing down here. Check the characters out here. Elf of Rohan. We might have lost Ren. You there, Ren?
No, I'm here. I was typing, so I'm... Oh, I got rid of my heroic opportunity. Gosh darn it, I gotta find that again. So I think we can group up with these folks.
Were you talking to him?
No, hang on. Well, yeah, in guild chat.
Congrats, you leveled.
Thank you. Somehow I changed my stupid this hotbar, and I don't remember how to change it back. I cycled through to the next.
Hold control. That's not how I do it. Hang on. There's a way to do it.
I thought, yeah, and somehow I did it because I lost my. Thanks, Susan.
Sometimes by accident. Oh,
yeah.
shift and the button, like one for the first one.
Well, I did it to one of my other ones. It's the control hotbar, like the control 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Somehow I.
Oh, I don't know.
I know there's a way to show the spinner. There we go.
Okay, we did combine our groups. He is fixing his hotbar real quick.
All right, I'm back.
Do you want to hop over in a voice chat in the guild?
They will need to. I'll need to get a re-invite back to the to their server because for some reason, their server booted me. Just if you can ping me with an invite here on our private chat, Nathan.
We find it here. Where's it at? Primordium. I'm in too many discords. Where is it? There it is. All right. All right, send it to you now.
Thank you. Oh, so he's playing with his kids.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So they're not in the Primordium one.
Oh, does he want to get him one from your guild? Is that what he's saying?
I don't know what he's. They may be doing their own with his kids.
Oh, okay, okay. Just chatting game. I'm just gonna tell me just chatting game if that's easier. Yeah, we don't even have that much more time anyway.
It's the guild name is Primordium, Brian. I don't know how to get you an invite though. That'll be.
Yeah, you're not. People in the chat said they did too.
What's
that? It's probably just an inactivity thing, like.
I would assume.
I can't believe I didn't get kicked out, but I might have came in there and did something recently and forgot.
You probably have preferred status, because they promoted you in the guild too, and I have not been promoted.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, I'm just a lowly pleb. Somehow I lost my guild window too. Gosh darn it. There it goes.
Hey, you've not lived though. You've not lived until you start a guild, and while you're doing stuff at your job, you get kicked out of your own guild.
I've wondered if that'll happen to me eventually, because I've got some guilds like that were put together for specific games and or old servers, and then like 5 or 6 people keep playing, but the rest of us move on. And I'm like, at some point, those games have got to have a feature where the game is like, hey, if the guild leader has been on for 3 months, you get to kick him and.
Yeah, you can reestablish. You need these scarabs too, right?
Yes. Lots of scarabs.
That's very wholesome, playing the MMO with your kids. I do that too. we'll have sessions where I'm just like, they're just kind of like, you know, it's weird. They're just kind of like, they'll play them, but it's almost, I always feel like they're doing it for my entertainment. I'm like, I'm not gonna make you do this if you're not having fun, you know?
Yeah, the Minecraft thing with my brother is and with his kid, with my nephew, it's because my nephew got obsessed with Minecraft last summer because all of his friends were playing it and they do it in school, and he's like all of like 7 years old, you know. And so my brother and I were like, well, why don't we get him for his birthday? You know, this is last May, so we've been playing it a little over a year now. He was like, let's get it for his birthday and we could just play it with him. And now we're a year in, and we were doing it over the winter. It was every Saturday night, but then with rodeo, we're missing about every other session, and I think I don't think we played the last 2 weeks. But Joey, like, literally, my little nephew, that's all he's done is spent all of his allowance money on, like, Minecraft books and Pokemon trading cards. Like, that's all he's spent his money on this summer.
Yeah, my kids are still into Minecraft too. They've been into it forever.
Nice.
That's like the only time they get along. They're playing Minecraft together.
Now it's just corpses and Shrillers. Oh, we still need scarabs.
I still got a few more scarabs. Yep. Almost done.
Yeah.
5 more.
Alright, I'm gonna stick following you. That coffee and water went right through me.
Alright. Oh, well, he's not here right now. I'll tell him when he gets back about that shift control. If they spawn back, this red's still stuck to me. Ooh, look at that. That looks really cool. There's another one. Oh, I lost her info though. Did it get them back on me? Yep. I really do feel like the 64-bit client has improved this game quite a bit. Once again, I don't know if it's my imagination, but it sure does seem like it runs so much smoother. Come on, scarabs, repop. How many more do we need? We only need 2 more. Tell them why I'm running around like an idiot.
Alright, I'm back.
Alright. Yours says you only need 2 more scarabs also?
I'm done with scarabs. I just need corpses and Shriller wings.
Okay, here's a Shriller. I still need 2 more of the scarabs for some reason. Oh, I might have needed a different amount than you. That's probably why. I needed 25 of them.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember how many I need.
So I noticed our amounts were different before. Oh, here's a corpse. Diseased corpse.
Mm-hmm.
There's the last of the scarabs. I'm just gonna grab them.
whole bunch of Shrillers out there on the stairs as well as corpses.
Alright, this is the last. I don't need any more scarabs, so. Where'd you say? Oh, I see.
That's no good, Mujin. Time to take a break.
Corpses, too. Can't just maybe grab. There we go.
Ren Fabulous! I also would like to say something too, going back to our previous conversation about content creation and stuff. You know, we're playing different games, but I think we are all doing it in a very different way because we're not adopting personas.
That's a good point.
Which is something that can help you achieve growth in a different way. So if you look like Dr. Disrespect or Shroud or Ninja or Asmongold, those guys all have personas that are obnoxious, and that's part of what people tune in for is the train wreck. You know, they want to see that obnoxious behavior. They want to see someone pushing the boundaries. And I would say out of all of us in the multi-streams, I probably curse the most. Nathan probably pushes the boundaries of humor the most. But then we also have, you know, Sparrow being family friendly, and then we have Kel, who's sort of like more silent, but also because his is a mature stream on Twitch because of the Devil's Lettuce, which is still illegal in some places, and so he has to have that mature rating on his stream. But because we're all just being real people on our streams, that doesn't necessarily lend itself to monstrous growth. I'm sure if I took on the Ren Fabulous persona, you know, and really pursued that, then there would be a different type of growth, but that's not necessarily the growth that we want.
Right, and that's hard to maintain.
Yes. Honestly, I was doing the math on it the other day. I was like, look at how long Dr. Disrespect has been professionally streaming in a wig with sunglasses as the two-time,
It's kind of funny to think about, yeah.
That's a long time to be always in character for the stream.
Yeah, that guy's super professional, man. As far as the setup for his streams, all that kind of stuff. If you want to learn how to, like, he's kind of the peak, I feel like.
He does have it's one of his, like, it was a short that was like a real life, he was like, he says, I can't believe I'm sitting down here in the basement doing this by myself sometimes. It was just like,
yeah.
Yeah, setting up your stream deck and all your different, you know, the way he's got his transition scenes set up and everything. It is admirable, the level of professionalism for sure. Oh, did I lose you?
No, you didn't lose me. One second.
Yeah. Congrats.
All right. Now we just need Shrillers. You still need those?
Yep.
All right, and the zombie guys.
Yeah,
right?
just go down in here and we'll wander these hallways. Left is a dead end, but there may be stuff down in here. You never know. Oh, you went right.
Yeah, we've got Shrillers here at least.
Okay.
There's also advantages to not having monster growth, I'd like to mention.
Yes, you get to know your people a lot better.
You get to know your people. Like, it's very rare that somebody... Well, now, I gotta admit, though, one thing that does throw me off, and I don't know... I don't even understand why it does this. Sometimes people will be in chat, and I think I don't know them, but then they'll tell me... But there's somebody that's been commenting on my... It'll be a different name.
Yeah, but that's the thing that confuses the shit out of me, is people will use different names on YouTube.
I don't know how they even do that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you could do that.
Discord versus YouTube.
Now, Discord,
versus
I understand. Yeah, I understand that. You know, but
like
I swear there'll be people where they like comment, and I know their name in the comments, and I don't realize they're the same person in chat.
That's a little deadly. We need to turn back around, probably.
Well, they're not heroic though. But
they have to go through here for 5.
They need to go through there?
Yeah.
Should we help them then? Because we're almost done anyway.
Yeah, we can finish up next week.
Alright, let's move through here and get them where they gotta go. Just wrap this up next week. Alright, see how scary this really is. Yeah, if they were heroic, they would have tore us up.
I'm gonna be healer only from here on out, looks like. Yeah, Crinkled, you are one of the few who does. You are pretty consistent on your names across all the platforms. I am also very consistent.
Crinkled is.
There's also, this will be probably the 15th or 16th community that I've built up over the years between clients and stuff. And at some point, there's always a point when you're 2 years into a project, you just can't realistically keep up with everybody. Like, there's just...
Yeah.
And there was a very candid conversation. It's been, the interview was a couple years ago, but Dr. Disrespect sat down and did one of his rare, real talk as himself, as Guy, not the character. And he was talking about, in the early days he was able to respond to every single person individually, but you get a certain point where you just can't, and it will drive you nuts for some time, but eventually you just realize that's part of the growth processes.
Yeah, I think it was Brad McQuaid actually talking about communities in video games and MMOs, and he said I'm way not getting it exactly correct, but it was something to the effect of a human brain can remember 250 people or something, right?
Something like that, yeah.
But that includes your family members, everybody, right? There's a capacity. That's what's cool about people who are here while we're still kind of small. We're not going to forget those people because they were here so long.
Correct.
But I did find a really funny video on that one time where there was this guy who had given, Asmongold was trying to get a mount in WoW, and it was a rare drop or what have you, and somebody else in the party got the drop, but he didn't, right? And the guy was like, I'll give it to you, I'll give you the mount, even though he didn't have it, and it was rare for him too, you know what I mean? And Asmongold, when that happened, this was a couple years ago, whatever, he said, like, I'll never forget you for this, man. I've been trying for this for so long. Well, then, like, years go by, right? And this guy posts a video on his Reddit, and, he goes to his Reddit and does reactions to it or whatever. And he did a video, and they're like, you don't remember who I am, do you? And he's like, here's my character in the game. You don't remember who I am, do you? And Asmongold's watching, like, I don't remember this guy. I can't remember everybody. And then the guy plays the video at the end where Asmongold's like, I'll never forget you. It's like, oh, man. Oh, man. It's like, I gave you that mount. I mean, the dude's not being mean. He's, like, joking about it. But he's like, I gave you that mount. I've never seen that mount ever again all these years later. And you don't even remember who I am.
Oh, we got a name behind us. Big Pop, Big Pop, Big Pop.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna pull him off of you. You're almost dead. Holy crap. Come on, get off. Crap, he killed you. Yeah, we gonna die. I think I have a res. I don't remember. We played so many games, so I think I do.
That's all good. We got a Templar in the group.
Okay, okay. Yeah, he's heroic. I didn't even know a name popped in here.
Yeah, I don't know enough about this place. We also have scarabs, which was the nasty part, but the name was what got me. Like, I was curing, and I was like, what is hitting us? Because all I saw was the scarabs. I was like, oh crap, there's a giant skeleton. One last heal. We got this, though.
Yeah, we got it now. Well, that was a butt clincher.
That was.
Oh gosh, they're gonna keep coming though.
Uh-huh. Well, hey, this is what we were looking for, sir.
It is. It's exactly what we're looking for. Thank God for the mini dings.
Yeah, those are pretty unique to this game. Really cool feature. Give everybody a phoenix feather.
Nice, Canis. Canis Chaos Mar has 3 level 50 raid tunes on this server.
Nice.
Said to hit them up if we need anything. Alright, so we need to keep going, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Get him wherever he's trying to go. Got a few more minutes I can put in, then I've really got to go.
Yeah, I was looking at the clock going. I think I can push to 4:30, but that's my hard cutoff because I already promised Chris some Netflix before Minecraft tonight.
We got in here. Or maybe we are killing the things he needs.
Well, there's no feather up, so I don't think these are...
Oh, that's right. I forgot. If they need it, it'll show for us, too.
Yep.
Shouldn't have done. They got those stupid scarabs on us.
Blue AoEs for the win.
Yeah.
I hope you don't have any sticks and stones. That's a good line. It's really good dialogue here.
That's what the skeleton said.
Yeah. Cantan coming in for $10, pushing us to the goal. I think that was a sticker. There it went. I was not updating. I was like, what? Why is it not updating? Woo woo! We have hit our goal. Ren fabulous. Ren fabulous. Ren fabulous. We have hit our goal for the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Cantan. I appreciate it. You, sir, are the epitome of the generosity we were talking about earlier. Thank you so much, Cantan, because you also contributed earlier today. I think yesterday, too. Goddamn, dude. Thank you. I'm really humbly...
They always do that in like every dungeon in this game. They put these non-aggro, annoying things. So that as soon as someone does an AoE, here they come.
Well, I think it's only it's those because these are not linked, so it's those you have to use a blue AoE to get them, and
yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Canton, once again. You got us to our goal today. Whoop whoop. Rock. Congratulations.
Ding. Nice. 24.
I think you get a cool little new thing at 24. Like you get to choose a new mastery, maybe?
Okay.
I could be wrong. Like if you hit L, you might have like a new...
Oh yeah, I haven't done this actually.
Oh, well, you might want to wait.
I'll look into it.
That's a process.
Yeah, that's gonna take a little bit of paying attention to.
Something just hit the door. What are kittens playing outside? They get quite rough. Like they throw each other at each other, and all I'm hearing is bodies hitting the office door.
It's like cats
thump, thump, thump. Oh, who else? Hang on, I gotta read. Something just happened. Maduro says $50. You guys have heart, pride, and soul in your work, and it shows. Keep it up. You're gonna make me cry, man.
All right, let's keep going.
I am totally gonna break down, guys. I'm sorry.
Was that where you needed to be? Nope.
Thanks, Maduros. Like, oh man, hang on, I need a minute.
Which way needs to go? This way? Okay. Oh, I hear a skeleton. Is that somebody else in here?
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Like, I've been having a lot of fun. We're playing World of Warcraft every day, Maduros, and you're in our EverQuest group from Liberty and Vanguard. I really appreciate the support, Maduros.
Who's the main person?
Thank you so much, man. I think that's just
Rohan?
way to put the you know. I was already feeling really good. Cantan's been kicking ass, coming in and making me feel all the gratitude, and that pushed me over the edge, guys. Thanks, Maduros. Thanks, guys. Thanks, everybody. Like, I can't thank you all enough. This is really cool. Thanks for helping. Oh, the Google made you wait. What? Was that a Minotaur? I didn't get a chance to see. I'm over here like getting all emotional on my stream because of all the super chats, and I missed what we just killed. That looked like a Minotaur. Thanks, Moogene. I appreciate it. I do need a tissue now.
So I assume they must be down here. More of them. So it was just a random one. Whoa, whoa. It's a creepy looking skeleton. Oh, that's interesting. There's just one there. Wonder if that lady who ran back had already slaughtered them, and they really do spawn back there. Yeah, we're back to skeletons now. Whoa, that's a name though. Draymouth the Bleak.
Sorry about that if you heard me blow my nose.
No, I didn't hear.
Forgot to mute.
Oh. I have a feeling that because somebody ran out of that room.
Minotaurs?
Yeah, I think they might have been where we killed that one. They just were dead and they haven't repopped. Good beetle.
Yeah, I don't know. So here's another question for you, Nathan. Because we were talking about, I just got all weepy-eyed because super chats and pushing way beyond the original goal of the stream and stuff. People being super
Nice.
generous. Yeah, going back to the conversation about community building and I like the fact that still being small enough so that when someone drops a super chat and it pushes you over your goal, like being able to feel an emotion
Yeah, it
attached to
means a
that.
lot. Yeah.
It means a lot. I can't imagine being in a situation of a guy like, say, I've sat and watched a lot of, Dr. Disrespect streams, and those guys are pulling in hundreds and thousands of dollars per stream, and there's no way to keep track of like all the. I mean, at what point do you stop feeling grateful?
I don't think you do, but I think what happens is they're coming so quickly that like the stream would just be sitting there saying thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I think that like I like the way Asmongold does it, and once again I don't watch him all the time, so maybe this is normal, but it seems like he'll just be like, all right, time to catch up on Super Chat, and then he'll run through it, and that can be considered a break for somebody that doesn't want to hear it. You know what I mean? Oh, here's another Minotaur. These look really cool, by the way.
That is a really good avatar.
So it's like, I think that's probably when you have to cross that line. What I do like though is that like in OBS and Streamlabs, it saves all that.
Yeah,
so
I can look over and see who did
Yeah.
what, and I can see the messages that they do. So if I miss it in the middle of something, but like
Because for now, because of the colors, my brain sees it in my peripheral on the other monitor. So when somebody does it, I know. Plus, it plays a song. Ooh.
Somebody needs that.
Oh yeah, you're right. Gotta be him.
Thanks so much, Cantan Maduros. Like, you guys, that was pretty awesome. Man, you guys, y'all rock. Thank you, Mujin. Red and fabulous! Red and fabulous! Looks like they got all their updates, Nathan.
All right, good deal. Probably not the best place for us to log out.
Oh
but,
no, we would want to recall.
Oh yeah, I forgot about recall. I'm getting all EverQuest minded these days. In Q1.
Well, you're doing Cringe Pony tonight.
Yep.
I'm doing nothing tonight other than Minecraft, which is off stream. So everybody needs to be reminded to go watch Cringe Pony tonight. That's midnight, or is it 11? I forget when that comes out.
Depending on time zone, so it's 11 p.m. Central, 12 a.m. Eastern tonight, and it's episode 6, which is halfway through season 1, because I'm going to do 12 per season, and there'll be a little bit of a break before season 2 starts, because that'll give me a chance to actually make not all of it, because recent events and things affect Cringe Pony, but to where I can make big chunks of content so that I don't have to spend so much time out of every week, which would open up my schedule to be able to stream more and etc. So halfway through the season, and there is a storyline for each season. I know it doesn't seem like it, but I swear to God, you'll see. This is a good one. It's got new MMO cop, lots of good puppets, songs, MMO jokes. It's a good one. I'm really proud of this.
Well, that's 11 p.m. tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you go watch that if you can. I will end up watching them. I always watch them the next morning because I can't stay up that late. But
and we'll be starting closer to the super chat goal tonight because we overdid EQ2's goal. So it's too little for me to see how much it is, but I know it's. Oh, there it is. So we'll be starting halfway to goal. Is that right? 30. We'll be almost at goal as soon as it starts, actually. So this will be a good one. That means you guys are very likely to get the bonus cringe at the end, etc. So everybody come check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Awesome. Tomorrow night, obviously, our episode 6, we're streaming over on the Weave in the Void Twitch channel. We're carrying on. The campaign that we're doing right now has gotten real. We're at a very, very, very pivotal point now where nobody gets time to like think
Oh
or role play
yeah.
anymore. Now it's
Yeah.
action
So,
only.
if you don't mind, Renfro, if you got like 2 minutes,
Yeah.
I just want to real quick give somebody now. Obviously, if you've got the time to sit down and watch the past episodes, I recommend it because we did a lot of role play. There's a lot of character building going on. We're like really having a lot of fun. But if you just want a real quick recap so you can watch it this Sunday and know the basics, we got to Parthana. I was actually already in Parthanas, the city that we're in.
Mm-hmm.
I work for the church. I'm a paladin. The rest of everybody came on a boat, and I kind of got tagged with them because they didn't trust them because they're all phased. So I was sent by the church like just watch over these guys. So I've kind of got attached to them because they saved my life. And I'm just kind of starting to like them and their personalities a bit now. And we had this really cool last session where the elves were helping the humans who are sick. There's this virus going around. That's why they're a little hostile against Fae. They think the church has a suspicion that the Fae may be involved because it's only affecting humans. But the elf leaders from the Circle of Mages, help me if I'm screwing something up here, Renfo. I don't
No,
think I
you're
am.
good.
They came and helped these dying humans at the risk, by the way. Nobody knows anything about this disease. That the elves could get it, right? So they were risking like high ups in the Circle of Mages came and like saved a bunch of children and people in the tents, and a bunch of us in the party actually participated and helped as well. And now we were resting and all celebrating that we saved these people, and we go to this inn, we go to sleep, we hear a noise in the middle of the night. Of course, I'm the paladin, like, who goes there? And it was a terrifying creature. And he had
And
just
that's where it
slaughtered
stopped
someone,
because he
and
saw
that was
you.
the end of it.
Yeah, he saw you peeking your head out of the room, and he's charging straight for you. So when we pick up on Sunday night, Nathan's getting a facial from something, and maybe not a good kind.
I don't know if I'm into facials ever. Uh, but yeah, so it's a really good time to just dive in, and things are getting crazy now.
It's from here on out. The module is literally called Escape from Parthana, and we kind of knew that eventually, it's about getting out, and we've been building up to the point where it's felt very unsafe, but now we're at the point where now it's become this thing of like we just can't catch a break where there's no breathing room, the exits are cut off, like we can't get out the city gate, they've done a blockade on the ships, and now we're getting attacked at the very end by some creature. Like we're about halfway through the campaign at this point, and everybody's level 2, and now it's full on. How do we escape? How do we get away? How do we stay ahead of this? It's gonna, this is where, as I say, shit gets real, as of this upcoming Sunday's episode, because it was all leading up to the next few sessions as they survive, hopefully, and not get sick on the way. Cough, cough. Roll your Constitution check, sir.
Yeah, yeah,
So those are
yep,
8
yep, yep.
8 p.m. Central. I would also like to say, because Nathan's finishing up one more piece of art for me, I'm already starting to put some of his what I call fluff pieces into the source book right now, on top of the racial art and the class art that he already did. So those of you who already own a copy of the source book and the first campaign module, you're going to get an updated version of that later on this month once I get all the new artwork put in there. And then if you want to pick up a copy, you can. It's weaveandvoid.com. You can also go to patreon.com/hermits if you want to get a copy there. And more importantly, we're slowly working our way towards the Kickstarter for the hardback version. So for those of you who like big, juicy, hefty books on your shelves, you'll want to pay attention to that as well.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
tomorrow night, and then Tuesday, we're gonna do a new thing on Tuesday, which
Oh
is
yeah, Tuesday.
Vanguard
We're
Saga of Heroes, baby.
starting
Multi-stream,
Vanguard.
multi-stream
Uh,
group.
Static group, so we'll be able to do all the dungeons and everything. So we're gonna push the emulator and see how far it goes. As of
1.5 million
today,
dollars, baby. That's what we're shooting for.
yeah, we're shooting for 1.5 million, so we can buy the rights and release it.
That would
So
be a
that
really cool
Vanguard has
thing
the
if we
official
actually could
server.
make that happen.
How epic would that be? How epic would that be? Um, I think that feels like the right goal to have. We may never do it, but in the meantime, we can attract attention to this. There is an audience for this game, right? So even if 1.5 million is kind of a lot, but we can at least make a very good case of, hey, this game is good and it deserves attention, and maybe we can rock the boat a little bit, even if we just get a P99 agreement with Daybreak. That would be
That'd be a
insane.
good secondary goal. So
I think
I'm
so.
down for that.
But
Well,
yeah, if let me make it big on YouTube. Let me make it big. Let me make it big. I will absolutely get Vanguard back in the hands of the people.
let's do it. That
Yep.
feels to me like the perfect sign-off point, Nathan, because
Yeah.
we
Yep.
got we went out with hype at like level 200.
That's what you got to do. All right. Well, I'm gonna sign off with my people. But Renfell,
Yeah,
I'll see you. Let's see.
tomorrow
Tomorrow.
afternoon.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow
Yep.
afternoon. All right, talk
All
to
right,
you then.
man.
All right, and for my folks, thanks so much again for your support, everybody, and thanks for hanging out this evening, this afternoon, also this morning playing EverQuest with us. We're continuing the march tomorrow. More EverQuest tomorrow morning. I believe we're going to Kedge Keep tomorrow morning, which is something that I'm terrified of. But we're going to do it because some people need some stuff. Um, Brian says I'd play with you. EverQuest 2, sir? If you want to join us on Saturdays, we usually play 2 to 4 Central Time on Saturdays. EverQuest 2 if you want to do that. Brian. You'd have to get to level 20. We're all like level 22, 23. Actually 23, 24 right now. But it wouldn't take that long to get caught up because we only play once a week. Otherwise, the Vanguard thing is kicking off. The static group is full on Tuesdays, but we've got a lot of people interested. So Nathan's he's gonna rekindle his guild because he's already got a guild on that server, and he's gonna start doing guild invites on Vanguard, and that one's free. But again, I'm only gonna be playing that once a week. I don't know. Okay, cool. Well, even if you don't end up in, because this isn't my guild, this is someone else's guild. It's one of Nathan's community members had this guild, so I just joined it. So this is not my show in EQ2. I literally just come here to hang out with Nathan and do this thing with him on Saturday afternoons. So even if you're not in the guild, Brian, just get leveled up. If you can get up to like level 20, you can group up with us next week. We'll go do something. We're working on the dungeon quests. Sorry, armor quests, which is a great thing to work on. So, all right, everybody. Tomorrow, EverQuest TLP 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Tomorrow night, Weave Void Dungeons and Dragons session. It's not Dungeons and Dragons. Weave Void Tabletop, 8 p.m. Central. Monday morning, Monday Musings, followed by a live version of Rings of Power for Mondays in Middle Earth. Thanks, Joe Nieto. Welcome to the channel. So Monday at 11 a.m., instead of doing a read-through, like we've been doing the read-through of Two Towers, but this week I'm going to do a live Rings of Power discussion with people, so stick around for that. Tuesday morning, we will be playing Vanguard Saga of Heroes, multi-stream group. Myself, Nathan Napalm, Bounty Code, Sparrow, Merderos, and Breakout. 6 people. We're going to be doing a static group in Vanguard Saga of Heroes for Tuesdays. And then Wednesday morning, Thursday morning, Friday morning, I will be streaming World of Warcraft as I usually do. Wednesday night is Warcraft night. Thursday night is our Warcraft multi-stream group. Friday night is our P99 multi-stream group. So hopefully we'll be tuning into all of those. I cannot pronounce your name, sir. Zarg Khan says, hello, just wanted to say I really enjoy your stream. You guys, gals do fantastic work. Thank you so much. It's refreshing seeing real people and not a persona. That is really good commentary and really good feedback. So thank you so much for that. I'm trying to get Chris. So for those of you who've been around long enough, my wife Chris used to stream with me a little bit when we were still living in the city. But because of all the rescue cats, these are not the big ones. The 5 new kittens are the ones that are taking up all the time. These just sleep all day. Until she gets the rescue cats under hand, she's not able to stream with me. What's up, Leia? Stretch. Yeah. You two were just little babies when we moved in 3 months ago. Yeah. Now you're big old cats. 6 months old now. So I guess we've had them for 4 months. Anyway, Chris will probably hopefully be streaming with me here in the next month or two. I'll probably get her into Warcraft. She was playing Lord of the Rings Online with me last time, but she's done Warcraft before. I think she liked it, so we'll talk about it more and see if she wants to stream here. Probably August. But she's also got a lot of artwork to do for the Weave in the Void because we got the Kickstarter coming up, so she's got a lot of artwork to work on for that. And she's got chapter artwork that she's still working on to get caught up with the chapters. Chapter 23 comes this upcoming week on Thursday. Tomorrow is a point-and-click adventure game update on the Patreon page, so stay tuned for that. If you want to download the demo, patreon.com/Wandering Hermits. Thank you. Night. Yeah, good podcast. That's good to know. Thank you very much. I will not be changing. Thank you very much. I like who I am. I'm an old fart. I don't have time to change. So, on that note, everybody, I need to go finish eating my apple. I gotta go hang out with Chris. We're supposed to watch some Netflix before I go play Minecraft tonight with my nephew. One of these days, we might stream my Minecraft session with my nephew, but mostly it's just my brother and I playing with him, and it's our own little thing. So, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the super chats and the likes and the subs and everything else. See y'all in Discord. See you all tomorrow morning for more streams in EverQuest. Have a good night, everybody. Until